And that's part of what led to their despair and their murmuring and everything, because they were just, they didn't know what was going on. And it took this, going through this trial that Nephi was able to put together that, hey, like, once we got over this pride and we were chastised and we're returning back to the Lord in faith, all of a sudden the Liahona's working again.
Yep.
So they started putting everything together, and now they were able to really use the Liahona as the tool it was intended to be, not something that they're just blindly relying on. They're just hopeful that it's going to lead them to blessings. Now this tool of personal revelation is something that they can use in an organized way. They can bring their faith to it and receive answers and responses that they're expecting.
Yeah.
So again, there's a lot of parallels to how we seek personal revelation in our life. And when we understand the power of faith and righteousness, we understand that we prepare ourselves, and then we bring that to the Lord in prayer, right? Symbolically, the Liahona. That is how we can truly commune with the Lord and receive direction, receive inspiration, receive personal revelation.
Well, it's interesting here that he understands, he gains knowledge, right? He gains wisdom and intelligence here. Okay, now I understand how this works. How does it work? According to the faith and diligence and heed which we give unto it. Okay, so if they don't go through this trial, they don't go through this difficulty, this bit of knowledge may not have been discovered or may not have been discovered and internalized as impactful as it was. But then it says in verse 29 that there were writings that were plain to be read, which did give us understanding concerning the ways of the Lord. Okay, this is key, because again, why do we suffer? Why do we go through these trials and these tribulations? Because there is knowledge, there is intelligence that comes from it if we do it right. And Nephi was doing it right. And that's so critical for us to understand, is nothing is wasted on the Lord. There is nothing that is lost on him. The trials and the difficulties we go through are used for our benefit if we put our faith in him. And this is exactly what Nephi is teaching us. Not only did he understand and come to learn that the Liahona worked by faith, but then because he starts to understand this and apply that first bit of intelligence he received, now he's seeing we are gaining a deeper understanding of the ways of the Lord. We're starting to be able to put pieces together of maybe, what are we doing here? Why are we going through this journey? Where are we headed? Where are we going? Now, he probably wasn't receiving the end-to-end vision, but he was starting to fill in more of that picture.
Well, we know for a fact that he wasn't, because the writing changed from time to time according to the faith and diligence which we gave unto it.
Yep.
So there it is. There's that process of you receive a little, you receive the commandment, you receive the direction, then you have to give faith and diligence to it.
You act upon it.
You have to act upon it.
Yep.
And if you act upon it, then that writing would change and you would get more. That's the line upon line, precept upon precept principle. That's how we receive personal revelation. That's how we live our lives. That's how we live the gospel. That's how we progress through the plan of salvation. That's eternal progression in this life and in the next. That's how it works.
Hit that like button, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it.
They may seem like little things, but liking, commenting, it helps the algorithm push our content out to more people. So it's our small way of sharing the gospel in a social media age.